welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm going to be doing a whole guide on tips and tricks on how to be better at MM2. So hopefully by the end of this video you guys will have a lot more tips on how you can be a little bit better at MM2. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and let's get straight into this video. A little disclaimer, I am in a private server, so I was not teaming or anything in a public server, so this was all done on my private server, so I just wanted to have that as a little disclaimer so you guys are not confused. Okay guys, so I know I'm Sheriff, but I'm going to be starting off this video with innocent tips. So here's just innocence, because usually innocence kind of just, most of these tips are going to be for murder and sheriff, but I do have a couple of innocence tips for you guys. So the first one is being good at juking someone, or juking the murderer. So the murderer is right here, and say that the murderer is like coming after you. This is going to be really hard because I'm doing it at the same time. You want to be able to juke. Oh, oops, that did not work out the way I was wanting it to work out. Okay guys, it's going to be hard to show that one, but basically you just want to try and get better at juking the murderer, so that way they don't necessarily kill you. So if the murderer's like here, you want to try like jumping over them. If you go across the wall, stand on the wall and like jump over them. You can like watch a lot of videos on a lot of good jukes, but I just recommend learning how to juke the murderer because that'll really help you out. There isn't really a lot of tips for innocence, because another one is you can hide, but that's kind of boring to just hide the whole time. So yeah, just being good at the murder. Like say the murderer came here, or another good thing is like say if you're going down this hallway, the murderer is chasing you, run here and go in here because they're going to think you went to the other hallway, and then once they go by, then you can just run back this way and boom, the murderer's not going to be coming after you because they don't know where you went. Okay, so the next tip I'm going to do is murderer, since I am murderer. Now, murderer can be very, very hard, whether you're on PC or mobile, but it's mostly going to be a little bit harder on mobile. Now, I'm on mobile now, so these tips are going to be for anyone, but I'm going to first tell you guys about like throwing the knife and stuff like that. Also, I'm just trying to show you guys scenarios to help you out. So say the sheriff is down there and they are shooting at you, and you're like wall camping. Well, try and throw, and if you're on mobile, it's going to be, obviously they're standing still, which they're not going to be doing that. But if you peek and you're on mobile and you throw and it doesn't work out, then they could obviously shoot you. Now, obviously they're not going to be standing still like that, most likely. But as a scenario, so if you're behind a wall, try not to like wall camp, but you can do a little bit of peeking. I don't necessarily recommend you do that a ton, but yeah. Okay, I'm really bad at explaining things, but what I was basically saying is if you need to peek a little bit behind a wall to throw at people, just don't do it like the whole entire round, because that makes you like a wall camper. So yeah. Okay guys, so the next tip I have for you guys is going to be if you are a murderer or sheriff. Now this will work for either, because for murder you can throw the knife, and for sheriff you shoot the knife. So this next tip is going to be helpful whether you're either one. Okay, so the tip is you want to try and predict the person you're going after's like movements. What I mean by predict their movement is say they're spam jumping like down this hallway. Most likely if they're going like this and this and this, then you're going to want to shoot to where you think they're going to walk. So I'll show you guys real quick. Okay guys, so another scenario. So here is the murderer right here. Say they're just spam jumping and they're just straight up jumping. Then what you're going to want to do is I'll try and show you guys this. This is going to be hard. But predict where they're going to move at. So if they're continuously jumping over and over again and they're coming after you, then try and predict like either shoot at the top or the bottom where they're about to jump. Another with this tip is time. Basically, it's predict their movement / time their movement. So if this murderer is just continuously spam jumping, then what you want to do is like think, okay, they're about to jump right here, and there you go. You just got the murderer because you're like, oh, well, I think they're going to jump right there, which they did. Now, this may not always work if they're like moving all around, like they're randomly jumping, they're randomly going left to right, left to right. It might be harder to predict their movement, but if they're just jumping straight up and down like that, well, obviously they're not just going to be jumping straight up and down like this. They're going to be like obviously coming after you. It's just hard to show you guys with one person. But yeah, that's kind of the really good tip, and this also works for murder as well, which I'll try and get murder and show you guys right now. Bro, I just got sheriff again. Finally, I can show you guys now. It's going to be so many rounds to get stupid murder in a private with 2 people. Like, what? Okay, guys, so here's the same scenario, but as the murderer. Now, obviously, they're not just going to be standing still, but like I said, it's hard to show you guys. So they're just going to be spam jumping. Then, you know, you did miss, but just try and predict their movements. And And there you go. No, actually, predicting their movement on murderer is probably easier than sheriff because you have like a whole knife, and if one part of the knife hits any part of them, then they will die. Now, I know the murderer or sheriff is not just going to be standing still, but that's just a little to try and show you guys how to predict their movement. So yeah, obviously it's going to take a ton of practice, but it's really worth it and will really help you get better at the game if you learn how to do that. And like I said, it's not always going to be like, if they're running around like this, like you're not obviously going to be able to predict their movement if they're going like this and they're like going all around. You don't know where they're going to go next. Just try your best to kind of quote unquote predict. It is not going to be very easy every single round though, but that should help you guys a lot. Alright guys, so this is going to be, the next tip is going to be if you are sheriff. Okay guys, so the next tip is I don't recommend wall camping necessarily, but if the murderer is chasing you, you can always just stand right here and then jump out and shoot them. So let me just show you guys the scenario real quick. Bruh! Okay guys, so I know I was trying to show the scenario as sheriff, but here's it as murderer as well. So basically, if you're running, you can just wall camp and here, start walking down the hallway. So if someone's walking down the hallway, have your knife at throw. No, the other way. This way. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, so then you can just throw at them. Oops, that didn't work out. You just throw at them. Oh, bro, you weren't supposed to shoot me. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, I'm gonna try this again. So I don't really recommend you wall camp, but just, you can always stand by a wall as a little bit of help and start walking down the wall. And then you can just throw at the person. Bruh, throw does not work on phone, but there we go. Okay, so yeah. And that should help you guys. Don't wall camp a ton. That's just if you need like a little... Bro, I didn't even show what I was trying to do. Basically, I was saying you can like peek behind a wall and then throw at them, but I suck at throwing on mobile, so I'm sorry, guys. A bit of like help. Wall camping isn't necessarily that bad unless you do it like the whole round. Also, guys, so the next tip is going to be for murder. If you're a murderer, make sure you have a good perk to help you. Your perk can either help you or hurt you. So my 3 favorite perks, which aren't so that expensive, I just recommend saving your coins for these. The first one is going to be Ninja, which is only 1,000 coins, so if you can only buy one, this would be the one you should buy. Basically, it makes your knife completely silent, where if you kill someone, the sound like won't hear them kill, basically. It's a really good perk. Another one is Haste. This one's 3,000. And basically, it makes whenever you have your knife held out, and it makes it 10% faster, so you can chase people, and it just makes it tons more easier. And then the last one is 6,000, so it's a lot more coins. But X-Ray is another really good one because you can see through walls, and you can get hiders, or basically anyone that you kind of miss, maybe. I didn't mention this, but my brother said that the ghost perk is the best. I disagree, but I'm gonna just put this one in here in case you guys like the ghost perk. That one is iffy. It can give people heart attacks, but I guess it could help you in a way, but it doesn't work half the time, so just be warned if you do end up getting that one or using it. So make sure you guys are having a good perk. And another tip is, for you guys, is play other games other than MM2 to help you improve your aim for murder and both murder and sheriff. One of my favorite games that helps you improve both is Murder vs. Sheriff. This is also on Roblox, and it's just a really, really good game, and I think it's very underrated. So you can choose to be murder or sheriff, and it can really help you improve your aim. I'll try and make a video soon of other games to help you improve your aim, but that one's definitely one of the best. And the last tip for this video is going to be, do not spam jump. This is like not the tip, but just don't spam jump. Instead, jump whenever someone either throws the knife at you or tries to shoot at you. So don't repetitively jump, just jump whenever you see you need to. Like if you see the knife or a gun coming towards you, then you can jump. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. I also post a new video every single day, and I hope you guys have an amazing day or night. Bye, everyone!